my god, my goodness!
Remember when fear was janky?
Talking about this.
The late 1990s, a thunderclap in gaming history. PlayStation 1 didn't just launch, it erupted, promising to tear us from our balloon holes to our schlong, boundless wilds of true 3D, and it delivered. But what it also delivered, entirely by some cosmic beautiful accident, an utterly janky form of digital terror. This wasn't horror by a meticulous design. It was horror forged in the fires of pure, unadulterated technical limitation. And despite all, it still holds up. But why did it return? Why are developers now, in the year of our Lord 2025, are we using this style more than ever now? I want to find out. But first,
Let's go back in time and see a little bit of the history about the PS1.
unfortunately, the PS1 died. It started its decline, breaking through the 2000s as the golden age of technology was advancing. Buried beneath layers of bloom lighting and shader packs, and AAA games with budgets that could fund a small war, but like all things weird and wonderful, it returned.
Why everything looked like ass, but was still scary.
I recently played a game called Prison of Husks, and you would think it came out in the 90s, but it didn't. Pixelated Glory? Yes. Souls like that melts my butter? Of course. Beautiful, haunted, and the story? My god. I haven't felt something this nostalgic since I saw Shrek in IMAX. And I was born in 2002! The PS1 was pushing boundaries it barely understood. It couldn't properly correct for perspective, meaning textures stretched and warped like a digital funhouse mirror. Polygons shimmered, vibrated, and occasionally just decided to digitally self-destruct. This wasn't some artistic choice, some stroke of genius. This was the console desperately screaming for help as it tried to render a 3D world with the processing power of a wet potato. And this magnificent, beautiful incompetence, it didn't just become a feature, it became the engine of our nightmares.
Unreal Engine 5 versus indie horror with PS1 graphics.
Today, with hyper-realistic faces and ray-traced thighs.
God damn!
Not that there's anything wrong with that, am I right, fellas? Anyways, a new movement emerged from the indie corners of itch.io and Steam. Games that look like someone microwaved an N64 and told you to eat up. These games aren't ugly. They're honest. They don't care about your RTX 4090, 5090, 60, whatever the fuck they're even on right now. They want your soul. Then there's the masterful deployment of obscurity. The PS1's limited draw distance meant it couldn't render much of the environment at once. The genius solution? Fog. Lots and lots of f***ing fog. What started as a technical workaround became a narrative weapon, pure and devastating.
That damn fog every time. Every damn horror game on PS1 looked like someone hit the bong a little too hard.
You couldn't see 2 feet in front of your face, even if you wanted to. Is that a zombie? Or is that a door? The game practically forced your imagination to conjure up the worst possible nightmare. It's a genius. They saved on the rendering power and outsourced the terror to your own damn brain. And then, when something finally does pop out of the fog, it's just this blurry, pixelated blob that still makes you scream like a little bitch. It's absolute torture. This forced reliance on ambiguity was a psychological triumph. The human mind, presented with the imperfect information, defaults to its deepest, most primal fears. A blurry monstrosity becomes infinitely more terrifying than a highly detailed, fully rendered one. The less you see, the more you fear. It's a minimalist horror. The jank becomes an atmosphere. The artifacts become tone. The ambiguity becomes fear.
Modern games, man, they try so damn hard to be real. And sometimes they just hit that uncanny valley where it almost looks human, but just something's off. You can't really put your finger on it, but just something's off.
It's creepy, but it's a specific kind of creepy. PS1 graphics? They just leapfrog that whole valley. They're so utterly removed from reality that you don't expect them to be real. So when something does scare you, it hits different. It bypasses your brain's "that's not real" filter, because it was never trying to be real in the first place. Boom!
Photorealism made horror boring.
You want to know why modern horror games, for all their fancy graphics, often feel less scary? Because photorealism killed the mystery. When you can see every vein, every pore, every glistening drop of blood on a monster, it loses its power. It becomes just another thing you understand.
See what I'm talking about? I don't know. To me, that's just like, you can never get this vibe anywhere else. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Motherfucker, if you love these retro games, shut the fuck up. Come on, give it to me. Come on, give it to me. Whoa, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
PS1 horror? It gave you just enough to know something awful was there, and then let your brain fill in the rest with the absolute worst shit it could conjure. It relied on your imagination to be the true architect of terror, not some multi-million-dollar rendering engine. They didn't show you the monster, they showed you the idea of a monster. And that's infinitely more terrifying. Modern horror is too safe, too defined. We need more blurry, polygonal chaos.
New nostalgia. First timers.
But what about those who didn't grow up with the original PlayStation? For them, this isn't nostalgia. This is a revelation. Players born long after the PS1's heyday are discovering these broken aesthetics for the first time in modern indie titles. I know I did. It made me appreciate their glory in their prime. This just hits a feeling I never had. It's a new nostalgia that I never lived through. It is an art form being rediscovered and appreciated in today's time, outside the constraints of the past. I mean, today, people have the attention span of a donut and the patience of a 5-year-old, but they still love it. It's a testament to how effective this style actually is. It doesn't need to be hyper-real. It just needs to be right in its wrongness. It's beautiful. PS1 horror, man. It's ugly, it's broken, it's glorious, and it will make you piss your pants. Go play some of these modern retro-inspired nightmares. Embrace the digital jank. Marvel at how little the detail there is, and how much it still scares the absolute living hell out of you. And if you start seeing your walls wobble after watching this, well, you know who to blame. Anyways, thanks for watching, you beautiful freaks. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things to trick the algorithm. If you don't, I'll turn your eyeballs into low polygon spheres. Alright, peace out. Alright, come here. Let's talk. I couldn't make it to the 10-minute mark. That was my goal for this video, and I'm just like, no. Another minute, I can't do another minute. So we're gonna wait here for a whole minute. And yeah, we're just gonna hit the 10-minute mark. Thoughts? This video is pretty good. I actually like making these type of videos. This is my first time actually making this sort of video. I kind of made a different video that I was supposed to upload, but then I got frustrated, didn't upload it. I might re-edit it, upload it, but it kind of, I'm going towards more like horror stuff. And that video was like more like educational nonsense. So yeah, again, subscribe if you first time watching, like it, comment, boost your boy, so I can get fucking money and pay bills.
because I don't want to work.
All right, I think our time is up, and that's it.
Boost the algorithm. Damn it.